take a walk with us as we go on this culinary venture where you will experience the soul, love, and knowledge of Chef Tye and some of her special guests. And together we'll find out what's at the bottom of the pot.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of From the Bottom of the Pot. Today, I am in another family friend's home, and I want you to meet them. We're gonna, come on in. It's Josie and it's Mike. Now, you would think that we have been friends forever, but we've just met in January. And even though COVID has hit us and it seems like it's 6 years in one, this right now is them opening up their home and being ready to show me food done a different way. Food is that one medium that will transcend race, color, and bring everyone to the table, because if it tastes good, you're gonna eat. If y'all can't see it, I'm gonna move my arm and I'm gonna mess with this luxurious beard. And what that say? It says body by, because I always mess it up, y'all. So, today we're gonna do a play on American. All Mike and that barbecue with that wonderful grill he has out there. We're gonna be smoking some turkey and we're smoking a brisket. So while the guys, meaning my husband and Big Mike, are out at that grill, the girls or the women are gonna be in the kitchen, and she's gonna teach me how to make Lumpia. Yeah, because I was about to say it all jacked up all over again. So you gotta learn to say it. I do Lumpia. Lumpia, there you go, because I be all the way jacked up. I want y'all to enjoy this trip with us, and I want you to know that each week it gets better, and each week it's truly getting to know who I am through food, through mess ups, through tripping over my own words, but at least you know it's authentic, and it's family. At the end of everything, it's family, and it's always God first. Now let's get to cooking. Okay. And then the carrots we're going to cut into.
Yeah, carrots and pop.
So what we're doing right now is we're just taking the big pieces of the celery, we're cutting them into 3, and we're cutting our carrots straight down the middle because we're going to put them in the food processor. So we're just doing the prep work. And if you know from the show before, we're getting our mise en place in place. So we're going to do just a couple chops down this onion. And we're going to do it like this. Push it off to the side. Cut it 3 times? All right. So I'm going to just give you a little backstory. Josie really don't want to be on camera, y'all. Okay? We just gonna keep this a whole 100. She like, look, if you don't hurry up and get me off this camera. But at the same time, she is doing me such a service by teaching me and letting me in her home, honestly, because this is something that she passed down to her children. And now she's doing the same for me so that I can take this home and be able to do it for my family. So, irregardless of how much she's on camera right now, just the fact that she would be willing to do this says so much about who she is and also the friendship that we're developing. So what we're going to do is move this over and get started. We're going to put everything in this bowl, just like this. If you don't know anything else, you need to work on your relationships, because those are the things that will carry you further. And when you have solid relationships, it will open doors that you didn't even realize you had the keys to. We're just gonna get everything up. Put it all in there because, honey, the way it's smelling and all we did was cut up onions and cilantro is amazing already. What's our next step? Okay. So we're gonna go head over to the food processor and put everything in. So now, per her instruction, I'm gonna put this all into the food processor. And we're gonna do it in a couple batches because it's a smaller one. But you know what's cute about this is it goes to show that you don't have to have the industrial size stuff that you normally see on TV to make a good home cooked meal or to be able to make things happen. You use what you have. And honey, if I had to, I would have had to chop this up by hand. So, what we're going to do now is pulse it. And the reason I chose to pulse and not just cut it on is because I want to be able to go back and check and see if my size and my consistency is okay with the recipe in which she's going to go ahead and show me. So now I have to bring her on camera and let her see it. Is this okay? Or you want it smaller?
Smaller.
Yes, ma'am. Again, you can always add to, but you can't take away. So I'd rather do it in increments than to just take it upon myself to do it. Right? Ooh. Oh my goodness, the smell on that is delicious. I'm looking for... Y'all know that I don't go nowhere without the golden snitch. Y'all already know that though. So we just gonna scrape down. And then would you like me to transfer this to the silver bowl?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now, when you have a food processor like this right here comes out. So what I've done is I put my finger underneath to hold it in place so that as I scrape it down, it doesn't come out and I don't cut my finger. So that's my safety measure. Bring it to the front so you can see. And as you can see, with me holding it like this, it won't come out. Everything is a teachable moment, so let's just get in here and get that. Because you don't want to leave none of this on the inside. Beauty shots. Now let's get into putting it to some meat. Now, what kind of meat are we using?
Pork.
So this is ground pork. Now the question I have for you, do we do a whole lot of mincing with our hands or do we do this?
It's better to use.
Better to use your hands. Let's get into it. Now, when you're doing this, you want to fold it because if you do too much, you make the meat tough, okay? So you want to incorporate, but not overwork your meat. Don't overwork your meat. Sorry, had a moment. Soy sauce? See, this is real life cooking, y'all. When you have it, but you don't know where you put it. Soy sauce? About how much are we putting in?
2 spoons.
Okay, so 2 teaspoons. All right, so 2 teaspoons to start. Okay. About how much pepper? So if this is all we're putting in there, then this is less than a 1/4 teaspoon. And what else? Okay. I'm telling you. 1 egg or 2? Yes, ma'am. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It happens. We just make sure we don't get no more in it. Yep. No shell. This is the type of food that you gotta like to have smushy stuff in between your fingers. If you're a texture person, you don't want to do this with your hands because it feels smushy. Smushy mushy? Yeah, very smushy mushy. All right, so all joking aside, everything is mixed in. We haven't really overworked it, and this is what we're going to be working with. The next step to this process is to let it rest for at least about an hour in the refrigerator. And then after it rests, we'll go ahead and pull out our wrappers, and then we'll be able to start the wrapping process. So while we're doing that, why don't you go out and check on the guys and see what they're doing? Then you can come back and see us.
Hey guys, welcome back to the bottom of the pot. And today we're smoking, we're smoking, and we're smoking. We're smoking a brisket, and we also smoking a turkey with my buddy here, Big Beard Mike. And just a little story. We met not even a year ago on a trip to, we were at
Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. And we bonded, had a great time together. And he's like, hey, when you guys come, get back to the States, you guys doing something, y'all ain't doing nothing, come on over. And let's cook on the grill. So I was like, well, better time than now, COVID and all that. But what we have today is a man who loves to barbecue. I love barbecue, and it's almost like a rite of passage. Like, you know, I remember the day that my dad's like, okay, I'm not cooking on the grill no more. It's your turn. And I've been in love with cooking meat on fire and all that great stuff ever since. And I'm just happy to have someone who was willing to share their place and his space, because you know you don't tell all your trade secrets and stuff like that. So, you know, just go give him the opportunity to shine, because you know that's what Mike do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't no expert. This is just a guy in the backyard.
Hey,
just making sure, full disclosure.
Good. So like I said, we are smoking a turkey and a brisket. So can you give us a little bit about, you know, saying your whole setup, your rig, and everything you did to prepare everything?
This is a Lang 36-inch patio smoker.
Okay.
And 36 inches the diameter of the cooking chamber. It's a firebox over here, and then there is a plate, which I can show you here.
Okay.
Welded. See the plate underneath the grills? That keeps, there's no flame underneath the meat.
Okay.
So it's reverse flow. There's a hole between the firebox and the cooking chamber, and the heat and the smoke roll underneath this plate, and they come up through this opening.
Okay.
Then back out the chimney.
Okay.
So you get the heat, you get the smoke, which is the point of low and slow smoking, but you don't have to worry about a flare up.
Gotcha. I mean, and to me, this is the perfect way to cook. If you want, I mean, you can cook anything on this thing. Like, you know, it's almost like a outdoor crock pot. As long as you got the heat regulated where you want it to be, because sometimes, you know, if you don't watch, the heat go, and then your whole situation is done. But when your heat is right and whatever you want to cook, this is probably the perfect thing to use, because the situation is, hey, I feel like ribs today, but I don't want to be standing over all day.
You do have to spend some time with it, because fire management is critical. So this thermometer lets me know where I'm at inside, and I try to keep it 225 to 250, well, almost for anything I'm cooking.
Gotcha.
But I can go inside and take breaks or do yard work or whatever, but every 30 minutes to an hour, I got to come check my firebox, because if my fire goes out,
yeah, you're done.
It's over.
You're done.
I got to start with new fire.
Now, I've heard something about, I've been watching, was it Netflix and American, I forgot the name of the show, but can you explain to me what a dirty smoke is?
When you're smoking, what you're looking for coming out of the stack here, and you've got it right now, is a thin blue smoke.
Okay.
If you've got a thin blue smoke, then you're right. Your wood is well seasoned, you got your fire at the right temperature, and you're putting the flavor of the smoke in your meat.
Okay.
If you put a piece of wood in there and it wasn't seasoned right, or it was wet, and you get thick smoke coming out of here, that's the dirty smoke.
Okay.
You're not putting flavor on the meat.
Your
You're
food gonna
putting creosote on your meat.
Okay, so basically ash.
Big.
You putting ash on your food.
Yeah.
You know, you do salt and pepper, but no ash.
No,
Um,
it doesn't taste good.
It's a few things. It slipped my mind. This is a very natural show because sometimes I have these questions I want to ask, and then sometimes it slips. But I think I had that question in a few minutes. What type of sausage these, Mike?
That's just smoked sausage you buy in the store. And
Okay.
whenever I'm cooking, if I got room, I throw some on just because I like it.
Yeah, and we got some baked beans. You know what I'm saying, with some bacon. Oh my goodness.
Gotta have bacon.
Gotta have bacon. As you seen our last episode, I wasn't in it. I couldn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Other people was eating, but I ain't getting none of the food. I don't know what.
feed you today.
I thought I was, executive producer, and at times, I supposed to eat, but I ain't getting none of the chicken. They had chicken.
So I hear that you out here complaining instead of cooking.
Ain't nobody.
This is just me coming out here checking on the guys to make sure y'all really working.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, ain't nobody asked you to come out here. Go back. I don't want to be misogynist, but can you leave?
You see this? Do you see this? At least you know he be kicking me out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just go get back in hand control or something. Lumpia.
Yeah. You get
Lumpia.
Lumpia. Good job.
Bye.
Bye.
So now that you've come back in from being outside with the guys, it's time to watch the women come in and do work. So one thing, this right here has been draining. So you put it into a sieve because you want as much liquid to come off of your vegetables as possible, because you want this to be kind of dry so that when you go to fry it, it doesn't break apart, but it actually stays put together. So this is our drained out version. This is also cornstarch and water that we mixed together first and then microwaved it for a few minutes so that it'll be the glue that binds everything together. And I know y'all see my beautiful co-host right here. She is doing everything she can not to talk. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to get some words out of her before it's over. Look, we got to laugh. Yay! All right, now you have to talk to me. Let's go. Tell me what I got to do.
Just get to semi-spoon and one spoon.
Yes, ma'am. Is this enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I putting it?
Just put it in at the end.
At the end? Okay. Am I pressing it out?
Press it out.
Okay. So look, for everybody who kind of like wonders why I always went towards international cooking, it's because I have such wonderful friends that are willing to show me everything that I want to know about their culture and their food. And during the times that we're in right now with so much division, this is the one thing that still is awesome, because we're able to break that divide by being able to work together and then cook. I'm gonna stop talking because you look like you're ready. What I got to do?
Here.
So, pull tight.
Pull tight.
Okay.
Pull tight. Hold it. And
While I'm finishing up rolling, she's getting the oil and everything together. We're going to fry these. Come back to you with a beautiful set of lumpia. So while we're doing this, why don't you go out there and check on the guys and see how they're coming with the brisket and the smoked turkey.
So what we're seeing right now, the bird is basically done, and we're about to have a great feast. Like I'm telling you, man, the color on this is absolutely phenomenal, and with the indirect heat and the smoking process, we have this at the end of the day. So it doesn't take a genius. You don't have to be this. Look, Mike said that,
I'm
not
sorry.
me. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm the genius. He's not. No. But anyway, you take this time and you put it into the process of making something great, something that's good, and making it great. And it's not even a whole lot. It's just simple, salt, pepper, get you some oranges, stuff the cavity, put it on the smoker, boom, this is what you got. So we have this, but we also want to show you our brisket. So in a few minutes, we'll get right back to you.
From the juice, there's no lacking of moisture there.
No, looks very juicy.
It's got the right color. Checked it for feel. The temperature was right. So
Do we have wiggle?
fingers crossed.
Do we have a little
We
wiggle?
got wiggle where we won't wiggle,
Okay,
and we don't got wiggle where we want it firmness.
understood. Like the brisket is to be, you want it to kind of like pull apart, but you don't want it to like fall to pieces. So Mike has guaranteed me that we have that, and I believe that he got it. So take a look at this. We got some magic here. So
first and foremost, you got that last bit with my husband talking about his father. Everything about today was about family. Everything that you see in front of you is about a blended family. I am doing my best to hold back my tears, because in the midst of everything that we have going on, we can still come together over a beautiful fire on a beautiful fall day and be able to make a meal that brings us all together. You have a bit of India, you have the Philippines, you have Americans all sitting around the fire, and we're about to eat some great food. I thank you for your time, and honey, I think you have something to say.
me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you on the other side of the pot.
So today we're going to do a play on American and Taiwanese food. Filipino food. Oh my gosh. So like, let's go back. Like, we're going to cut that. Oh, I got lash shows. Hold on. Give me this. I got lash show on my damn jacket.